Morning, y'all. Another day of push and record and talking to y'all. And it is Saturday, around 9 o'clock, going for my long walk. And I got 2 shows of Grease later on today, so I will be dancing and singing in a little bit for a pretty packed crowd. So last night was a great show. And but I kind of want to talk about what the truth of chasing your passion really is. You know, I am definitely a product of chasing my passion. I am one of the people that, like, when I graduated high school, I moved out from upstate New York down to Orlando, Florida for school to become a producer in music. I went for recording arts and bachelor in entertainment. Luckily, I had parents that supported me and my passion for music and stuff. And I was a rapper, and I was making beats, and I was singing. All stuff that I still do, all skills that I still use a lot. But at that time, it was really hard to find a job doing what I love to do. I say that because, I'm also a huge believer in having steady income. So, I was working at a liquor store for extra money. But I also wanted to continue to chase my passion. I was like, what could I do for money? I started DJing at local bars around the college and just really hustling, getting to know bar owners, like going into clubs and just like being like, hi, I'm a DJ. How could I spin here? And then they give you a chance. Maybe you DJ one time for free so they can see that you do it. But I made a pretty good living doing that for a while, for a couple of years, actually, keeping food on the table and rent being paid. So I did that until I was like, I want to keep growing in my passion. And I pursued an internship at a hip-hop radio station in Orlando, the biggest one there. And I got the internship. And this is when they didn't pay interns. So I was working for 4 months for free, actually paying to get there because I was, we got some birds. Holy hell. Yo, that was crazy. Paying to get to work so I could, pay tolls and all that stuff. But I eventually worked so hard at that internship that they hired me on as a part-timer. And that was in promotions. And then because I was so good at doing like graphics and video at that time, I went back for a technical certificate at a community college for graphic design to defer my student loans. And I really got good at graphics, and that helped me get a digital content manager position at the radio station, and they oversaw 7 radio stations. So, yeah. And then, I got really good at making video while in that position, that it got the attention of television in Atlanta, the same company. And I kind of went from radio to television here in Atlanta, and that's what brought me to Georgia. And because of all that, I'm now in television. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm getting opportunities to be on camera, and I start wanting to pursue acting. And I get into that, and that makes money. Right now, I just got a check last night, my first half of what I'm getting paid to do Grease. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm getting paid to act now. And, now I'm starting up this YouTube and seeing where this goes over, the consistency. I've been posting every day for almost it'll be 2 months here in a little bit. And I've really enjoyed the process. It might not be growing as fast as I'd hope, but it's still growing. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm discovering things about myself. And the fact that I just came out this morning to do this walk, and I just picked this topic to talk about, and I'm talking about it, is pretty impressive, to me at least. So I say all that to be I'm definitely a person that says, pursue your passion, but don't go broke doing it. Don't be a starving artist. You want to be proud of the stuff you're making. And when you tell people I'm a musician, they're gonna be like, what do you do for money? And then it's like, are you living off your girlfriend? Are you, what are you doing? So you definitely want to, and it also helps with your creativity. When you don't have to have pressure of how you're going to make rent or how you're going to pay for things and stuff like that, you can definitely be way more open and creative and not stressed out about that stuff while you're trying to create. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. I wanted to just kind of talk to my creatives this morning because, you know, while I'm doing the show, I'm like getting inspired to write some things or make some music or whatever, but I can and I will. And it's all because, like, you know, I choose to pursue my passions, and it's really made like a really cool life for myself, and I think it could make a good life for yourself too. Just do it responsibly. You know, so my name is Sai. I make videos every day about acting, about finance, about YouTube growth, about self-growth. And I'm offering a couple spots each week to talk to some people and help them, you know, chat through whatever stuff they got going on in their life. They might need help with some mentoring or something, but those are very limited, but the link is in the description below. Hit that up. And yeah, check out these videos that YouTube thinks that you'll like, and I think you'll like them too. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.